Do you know one of the things that upsets me most as a veterinarian? It's when I see dogs and cats suffering with really serious conditions that could so easily have been prevented. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't blame their owners, but I just wish that they'd realised that a few very simple steps is all it takes to prevent the vast majority of the most common diseases and injuries that happen to our pet dogs and cats. Hi, I'm Dr. Alex from ourpetshealth.com, where my aim is to help you and your pet live a healthier, happier life. And that's why I produced my free guide, which is available in the link on screen now. And the first of the 5 main steps is simply to keep your pet a healthy weight. I cannot overemphasize how important this is. Being overweight is a huge problem. It affects about 60% of dogs and cats across the world, and it causes all kinds of problems. It shortens lifespan by up to 2 whole years. It increases the chance of diseases like arthritis, diabetes. It reduces vitality, and it just has a huge impact on an individual's quality of life. The next step to keep your pet as healthy as possible is to focus on their oral health. So dental disease, again, is incredibly common. About 80% of dogs and cats have it by the time they get to 3 years of age. And it doesn't just cause pain, it also causes inflammation and disease and abscessation and infection in the rest of the body. Poor oral hygiene, dirty mouths has been linked to kidney disease, to heart failure, again, to a reduction in quality of life. And also, don't be fooled by thinking that because your pet is eating, that there is no problem with their mouth. I like to say to people that they only know that they need to eat to survive. So just imagine how painful it has to be for your dog and cat to stop eating because of a dental problem. At 3, we've got arthritis and pain awareness. Again, really common condition in dogs and cats. It's not just old big dogs who get this condition. It's small breed dogs, it's cats as well. It's really common. And unfortunately, because it comes on slowly, it's very easy to actually miss the signs that your dog or cat is in pain and suffering from arthritis. By knowing exactly what to look for can make sure that they're not suffering in silence, and you can get them the help and treatment that they need to optimize their quality of life that ultimately actually means that they will live longer as well. Next up is preventing known disease risks. Now, the big one here is to get your pet vaccinated. All dogs and cats should be covered against our core vaccines. That's the ones that are a risk to every individual, no matter where you are in the world. The other things we need to think about are our non-core or our lifestyle vaccinations and diseases. Now, these are ones that are going to vary depending on where you are in the world and depending on the lifestyle of your dog and cat. This is things like kennel cough, like Lyme disease, like rabies in some parts of the world, although that's often a core vaccine if it's in your country. For cats, it's things like FIV, feline immunodeficiency virus, and FELV, feline leukemia virus. We also don't want to vaccinate too often, however, and that's where things like teater testing comes in. Vaccines are not just the only way to prevent known disease risks. We also need to think about parasite control as well. Again, if something like Lyme disease is in your area, if babesiosis, if heartworm, Ehrlichia, any of these diseases are potentially fatal, and the main way to actually prevent them, which is obviously far better than having to treat a really sick animal, is to try and control the parasites to start with. And then if you haven't already, you need to think about spaying and neutering your dog or cat. Now, for cats, there's very little reason not to have this surgery carried out. It definitely helps prevent disease, it improves quality of life, and it reduces the amount of unwanted kittens that put a huge drain on the shelter system and result in a lot of animals actually being euthanized simply because they can't find homes. For dogs, however, the answer may not be quite so clear-cut. You definitely need to think about the situation that you're in, what breed of dog you have, what size they are, definitely plays a role as well. There are huge benefits to getting your dog spayed. That includes reducing pyometra, virtually eliminating mammary cancer. Also, neutered and spayed animals live longer. It's as simple as that. But if you have the procedure carried out too early, then it may result in other problems which would otherwise have been avoidable. So click on the link on screen now to download my free 5-step guide of pet health essentials designed to help you keep your pet as happy and healthy as possible. And until next time, I'm Dr. Alex. This is Our Pets Health, because they're family.